Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hawaiian TV. So today I'm going to tell you about two main but very underrated features in Dorico 6. So let's go. Alright, so the first one is the ability to change your view. And as you know, we normally have a page view and galley view, which actually I'm going to move myself a bit here. Yeah, and they're down here. But now we have something called the fill view. And what it does is that it lets the whole information of your score to fill your page, which is amazing. So if you have a quite big screen or even if you have a small screen, it lets you fill everything that you have depending on your zoom. So it's quite dynamic. As you can see, it's really fitting everything in my page here, which is really handy to just utilize every part of your page or your screen. By the way, if you wanted to support the channel and get something cool for yourself, you can either buy a shortCUP or my latest creation, which is called a shortPAD, and that is a mouse pad which has all of, well, not all, but the most useful Dorico's shortcuts engraved on it. So I hope that you enjoy it. And the second feature that I'm going to talk about is the Cycle Playback, which is amazing. And what it does is it lets you loop part of your score so you can hear it in loops, or for example, if you want to play on it or practice on it or just, hear it for creative purpose. But let's see how it actually works. So you might think that if you just press this P here, and when you have your playhead here and you click here, this is the cycle playback here, and it would just initiate it and it will be right here. That's what I was actually expecting, but it's not like this, which also makes sense if you're working in a bit complex situation and you want to loop in multiple places. But what it does now and how we can actually work with this cycle playback thing is that the simplest way is to just select a part of your score. So I'm going to say this bar here. I just click on the empty space here, or if you want, you can also use Shift to select a bigger spot. And all you have to do is to just go to your play, go to locators, and press set cycle locators from selection. All right, cool. Now we have this new purple bluish indicators, which is telling us that Dorico will loop here. Now let's start to play back here. I'm going to select this B here and press P. All right, as you can see, it's looping, but sometimes I noticed that there's a tiny bug here that it just looks back a bit. The playhead goes back, but what you hear is going to be the same. So that's not an issue, but I hope that it would get fixed. But other than that, there is something fun here which I noticed, and is that you can just move these, right? And this moving thing, the whole moving of the locators here is also dependent on your grid, which is the really fun thing here. If you want to hear something that, for example, if you had a 4/4, now you want to turn it into a 7/8 to see how it sounds, you can. So for example, I'm going to just move this first cycle head here, and my grid is now on 8. So what I do is that I'm going to just move it a tiny bit back. You can see this is now an 8 note back, and I just click on this F here and press P. It's super fun. And for example, you can also do with other stuff, if you want to be creative, or if you want to do something crazy with your rhythm, or you just want to try something out, it's pretty handy. And yeah, and if you want to disable it, you can just click here to disable it. And as you can see, it's just grayed out. And if you just fully want to get rid of it, well, you can't actually, because it just grays the thing out, but you can just move it to the side. And the last thing I wanted to tell you is that you can also assign shortcuts for this. So of course, other than this, that you have locators here, you have set left cycle locator and set right cycle locator, which we actually did manually by grabbing the locator. You can also use this here, or you can also just assign shortcuts to it. So for example, if I go to preferences and I go to my key commands and I write cycle and I go to play, then I have all this guys here. So clear cycle locators, which is what we did now. And you can enable, or you can just do whatever you want. Set left cycle locator, you can assign a key command to it, which is more handy, and it's a bit maybe similar if you're working with Cubase, for example. It's similar to that, but yeah, I think utilizing this would help a lot. And yeah, that was it for today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And till next time, Humayun out.